Hey guys, this is TheEnder, and this is going to be the finals of the singles bracket from the PLU 2014 tournament. Once again, this is going to be the Chinese All-Stars versus the Korean All-Stars. In both of their matches, Zero and Bisu beat their opponents, J-Star and the other guy. So here we are in the finals, Zero versus Bisu. I believe it is a best of 3. After this, we're going to have another tournament. It's going to be a 2v2. Once again, Chinese All-Stars versus Korean All-Stars. So, here we go, jumping right into the game. Spawning in the bottom left position, our purple Zerg player is going to be Mr. Purple Glasses himself, Zero. And spawning in the upper right position, the upper left position, we have Bisu in red as Protoss. So although it's only been a few minutes for you guys probably, this is actually about a week later for me. So I actually did already take my test already, so I don't want to say I have free time, but all of a sudden my casting opportunities have opened up again. Get a few months off of no studying. No results for another like 3 months, but at least I don't have to spend all my time studying, so I am happy. I'm in a good mood. Alright, so Bisu is scouting in the correct position. He's got his pylon on the low ground, and he's moving in towards Zero's base. Zero is going to be Overlord scouting in the correct direction as well. And, yeah. Somewhat funny to see both these players looking sort of tired. Almost like they're not impressed, but I don't know. I think this is a pretty cool tournament. Big honor. They got a really nice crowd. First time in a while they've been in a studio playing and having booth girls. In other news, I did notice that the Love TV tournament, that's the one that has like a $50,000 prize pool. They actually have started with, I'm not sure what they are, whether they're show matches or test matches. They said something about they wanted to make sure the maps all worked, so they're having some pro players play best of 5s on them. I'm probably going to start casting those pretty soon. I found a channel that has them, so yeah, be prepared. Alright, so Zero's drone is trying to throw down his natural. Pool's already gone down. Probe is being a jerk, as he should, or should I say, as he's supposed to. Throws down the pylon block. Zero's probably not going to be overly concerned. He'll send his drone out to take his third base, and once the lings come out, he'll try to take his natural again. And the pylon's cancelled. So small loss for Bisu in that he had to cancel the pylon, but much larger loss for Zero in that not only does hatchery get delayed, but he has to make his first hatchery at a different location. So as you can see, it looks like it's a very odd or awkward third base positioning from Zero. He's taking it at the third base of the bottom right position spawn, which sounds kind of weird, and it is kind of weird. So he's not taking a natural like you usually do as a Zerg. Taking the natural, you sunken in, and then you get the main base for free. Protected already. But that third base is closer to his base, so it's more indicative of a possible Hydra opening, where you don't get as many sunkens. You go for more of an early army, and since the bases are closer together, it's easier to do. So we'll see what he's going for. Once again, Bisu's gone for the what I believe to be the incorrect or improper, or whatever you want to call it, cannon positioning, placing it right up against the wall, right against that forge. So Hydras can, even without range, snipe that down without too much problem. I mean, it is Bisu, so of course even if there is some kind of a Hydra bust plan, I'm sure Bisu knows how to hold it. But just worth pointing out that it's a possibility for Zero, and Zero is that clever player who will notice the weaknesses in his opponent's builds and possibly do something crazy to counter them. One of the builds that I see Zero do occasionally, or at least I used to see him do occasionally, that I really liked, was the fake Hydra bust, which essentially you get your Hydra Den, you get 2 Hydralists, you show the 2 Hydralists, and the Protoss freaks out and builds, an extra 4 cannons, but it's only 2 Hydralists. You just drone up and tech up behind it. So it forces out all those cannons, which are completely useless later in the game, or at least majorly useless. But yeah, that's one build that Zero used to be really good at, the fake Hydra play. But alright, Beast's first Zealot is at the third base. He's going to take some pot shots on the drones. Drones are going to retreat. Extra lings have already been produced to deal with the scouting probe. Lair is on the way and has been on the way for a while. So it's not an all-out Hydra bust. Second Zealot enters the natural. 4 drones there. First drone goes down. Only 3 Zerglings chasing it, so... Oh, and very nice position found by that Zealot. He's going to get several kills. Oh, and this other one, Zero's not microing very well. Usually these Zealots get taken out without many Zergling losses, but both these Zealots have done quite well. First Zealot in the natural got, I think, 3 kills, 2 of them Zerglings, 1 drone. And the second one's still alive, and he's already gotten, I think, 2 kills. Oh, a little bit of a micro mistake. Alright, third Zergling kill. Oh no, Bisu's being a boss here. He's getting way too much done with these Zealots. This guy's got 5 kills and still alive. As you can see, Zero's having to make more and more lings. He had 5, so he got 6 kills, and 2 of them, or maybe 1 of them, was a drone. Alright, so Bisu's got a really, really nice position in the game right now. He's got his Corsairs out. Citadel is down. Sniping Overlords. Zero's being made to look like a lesser player than he possibly is. And we actually get to see his face. We can see he's possibly not all that happy right now. Bisu just looks kind of bored. Alright, Speed has finished up for the Zerglings. And Scourge are out and chasing around the Corsairs. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What? Oh! Corsair gets 1 kill, but then gets taken out. So the combined cost, 1 Overlord plus 2 Scourge, it's going to be 125 minerals, 75 gas. That's similar in cost to a Corsair. Similar, not quite as good. And of course, since the Zerg has 3 bases, he should be mining more. So it's not that great of a trade, but at the beginning, you know, Zero got some not-so-favorable trades with the Zerglings versus Zealots. But alright, we have 3 more Zealots pushing out here from Bisu. Looks like they're going to turn around and go back home, since he doesn't really have those Corsairs alive and in Zero's base to see how many Zerglings he's producing. Doesn't want to get those Zealots taken out for free. Second gateway at the natural for Bisu. We've got about 5 hatcheries for Zero. And we saw the Hydra Den. And Sunken's going down at the natural and third base for Zero. +1 is finished up for the Corsairs, and Speed is finished for our Zealots. Good scout on the Zealots by the Zerglings, and looks like they're going to follow the Zealots to the third base. There's already 1 Sunken done and another, possibly 2 morphing. So the Zealots are going to retreat. Alright. Looks like we're up to 5 Corsairs. Are the Zealots going for the... Zealots are going for the natural. They're trying to break in. Only a single Sunken. But alright, they're forced to retreat. Alright, so Corsairs going in. It's taking out 2 more Overlords at the third. Scourge are going to come in, but they're kind of late to the party. Looks like the Zealots keep on poking in at the natural. There's not enough Zerglings to take them on, and last I saw there was only a single Sunken maybe and another Creep morphing. Alright, so it is 2 Sunkens now at the natural. But as it is, this is an odd play. Usually you don't want to go for that many Sunkens when you go for the near third base. I mean, it's fine to get plenty of Sunkens when you have 4 bases and your opponent's only on 2. But oh, and he lands 4 Scourge on the Corsairs. 1 Corsair goes down. 2 others are weakened. Yeah, let's see what Zero's going to go for. Man, that's just so many Corsairs though from Bisu. He's got at least 7 Corsairs there. And more Sunkens coming down from Zero. I don't know what Zero's thinking. Alright, Bisu takes his third base. He's got his Corsair fleet heading out. At this point, they can pretty easily, pretty easily take down Scourge. Scourge do have +1 armor, which is nice. You know, I'm kind of wondering. It looks a bit like Zero's planning on going for mutas, but I haven't seen a single muta out. And the only reason I say that is he got the air armor for his Scourge, and he's really got no ground army. Alright, so, it is Mutas. It is Mutas. Alright, so he's got half a dozen Mutas and a dozen or so Scourge. Great scout by a DT. It's possible he's going to try and cancel this third base from Bisu. The battle is really going to come down to the micro, because of course Mutas just get melted by Corsairs. But if the Mutas can distract them for long enough that the Scourge can come around from the other side, that's where those good trades come in. Whoop, whoop! 4 Scourge go down for free there. No damage to the Corsairs. Mutas run away. Mutas just go for the natural. They accidentally intercept a probe transfer, and it looks like that probe transfer might have just saved Bisu a whole lot of resources, because they blocked the Zerglings completely. Whoop! Oh man! So Corsairs run through a storm to escape the Scourge. 2 of the Scourge land, but the rest are killed. So the Mutas are forced to retreat. We see more Scourge being pumped, and now Hydulisk. And Bisu's got his third base happily mining. He's got a good army, plus his Corsairs. Right now, if I had to guess, I'd say Bisu is very much in control of this game. Because he does have the better army. Of course, Corsairs, they scale up so well versus any air units, since they do splash. And they're on even bases, which as a Zerg you never want to be on even bases with a Protoss. And he doesn't have any easy bases to take that are well defended or going to be easy to guard. In addition to that, it looks like Bisu's got pretty much almost his full tech up. I haven't seen observers yet, but I can only assume they're going to be next. So the Mutas decide they're going to be worthless, so they just go in for a Templar snipe. They get a total of, I believe, 1 Templar in that engagement. So so Zero's got very little left. I mean, he's pushing in with his Hydras, and I'm guessing Psystorm is not quite done yet. Alright, there. No, it has to be done, because we saw it earlier. But yeah, I mean, it's 2 control groups of Hydralisk versus 2 control groups of Protoss, and the Protoss have Storms and Corsairs, so this is just not going to work for Zero at all. But he's pretty much forced into this kind of all-in, because, I mean, he can't take a new base. Bisu's got all the new bases that he would want to take already scouted. The only way for Zero to really, get back into this game is just to win a huge battle somehow. I mean, he'll literally have to, dodge all the storms, in addition to trading out with the army. But with this kind of number, it looks like the Corsairs are just marauding across the map, killing overlords. Hydra's attempt an attack on the third base of Bisu, but it fails. Additional cannons are thrown down. I mean, it's only a matter of time before Bisu just, brings his Protoss Death Ball and just marches across the map and kills him. And of course, that being said, all Zero really wants to do right now is build up as much military units as he can, get as good of a major engagement as he can, and just hope it goes well. But alright, so we saw a single Psystorm. It wasn't that great. But, I mean, as you can see, it doesn't even look like he needs it. He's just got so many goons that the goons can pretty much wreck all the Hydras already. 4th base goes down for Zero. It's immediately scouted by that DT. Mutas are morphed from Zero. I don't know why. Pretty sure the Corsairs are still in full force. Yeah, there's like 8 of them. So, looks like game is going to be called pretty soon. Yep. DT is going to cancel that 4th base. Here, Zero needs to cancel it, or it's going to die in like 3 more hits. 1, 2, oh, good cancel. Oh, and the probe gets taken out, or drone gets taken out. So, alright, Bisu's army is closing in. This is likely to be game. I still haven't seen observers, but it doesn't matter, there's no lurkers out. And we are switching to Bisu's first-person view. And, as you can see, he's not very scared of the Zerg army, he's not babysitting his forces. He's just watching home and macroing. Whoop, Mutas come in. They managed to snipe 2 Templars this time. But, they're running in the wrong direction. Only a matter of time before the Corsairs catch him and kill him. Hydras move in, but there's just too many Protoss units. And you can hear, yep, all mutants are dying, the Hydras are dying, GG from 0. Alright, moving on to game number 2.